If you ever saw the 2019 movie Ford vs. Ferrari, then you know the legend of the Ford GT40. In the early 1960s, Henry Ford II's love of racing led him to a failed attempt to buy Ferrari. That famous feud with Enzo Ferrari led Ford on a mission to crush Ferrari at Le Mans. The 1964 and 1965 races at Le Mans were failures for the Ford GT40 Mark I race teams. But in 1966, the Ford GT40 Mark II dominated the Ferraris, making history by finishing first, second, and third at Le Mans. Ford went on to win the race again in 1967, 68, and 69. 4 straight victories for the GT40. Well, 58 years later, we have a special guest here at Media One. A 1966 Superformance GT40P Mark II, a descendant of a legendary race car that needs some graphics. Now, unless you have $7 to $9 million, this is the closest you will ever get to the 1966 Ford GT40 that won Le Mans. Built from Carroll Shelby's original blueprints, over 70% of the parts on this vehicle are interchangeable with the original race car. It's not a replica. It's a continuation of the legendary lineage. These are so authentic that Superformance provided all of the Ford Cobras and Ford GT40s that were raced in the Ford vs. Ferrari movie. I cannot wait to see what we do with this legendary car.
Pretty detailed out. In fact, I really don't have any questions. Just want to make sure we're using the correct colors. We looked at 2 different a blue.
We're definitely
and a
going hot rod red. Let's look at the blues again.
Okay. Today we're going to be working on graphics for this GT40. It's a new customer, Daryl Cole. He's a former graphic designer, so he really has gone into extreme detail with what he wants done to this car. It includes some stripes and some numbers to make it look more like a race livery from back in the 1960s. The yellow of the sun takes away the purple of the...
So it definitely changes in the dark to the light, for sure.
Yeah, we love this shade, damn. It's the classic color combination. What was the thought process behind the red and the blue stripes?
What I wanted to do, I just, with there being a lot of silver, I just wanted to give it a little bit more of a color to pop outside in the sun. So I decided to go with the blue and the red because it's the colors of the logo of the GT40.
Right.
And the main reason is because the blue is actually going to represent the Ford Motor Company, and then the red stripe will represent in remembrance of Dan Gurney. He was one of my favorite race car drivers back in 1966, and he drove the number 3 GT40.
Yeah.
So that's what the red's for, number 3, and then the blue's for the Ford.
All right, Daryl, man, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. I can't wait to see my car.
Yeah, I'm excited too, man. Now, why the GT40?
My dad and me, we've always been into collecting cars and racing. I mean, I grew up in racing ever since I was a small child.
For real?
So we'd always go to the circle track racing, drag racing.
In Florida?
Yeah. Well, actually, I was born in Indiana.
Okay.
And we always went to the track. We moved here in '71 when I was about 5 years old.
Very cool.
Of course, we went to the races here, Daytona 500, everything that we can do. So.
Yeah. Yeah. So then you just decided you want to get this crazy car.
Yeah,
you've been looking for it for a long time.
Well, a long time. I mean, of course, it's been out of reach for a while. So now that it's within my reach to buy, so now I finally decided to add to the collection.
Gotcha. Yeah, very cool. One of my favorite cars, man. I looked at them in the dealership some years and years ago, and I tried my hardest to afford that, but didn't work out so good back then. But I'm really looking forward to it. Yeah, I guess so, man. That's right. So, are you ready to see this thing?
I'm so ready.
All right, guys, come on. Let's take a look at this.
5:30 this morning.
That's awesome. Here it is.
Woo, that is awesome. That is beautiful.
Bro, dude, it's so
it was well
crazy.
worth the wait, right?
Now, I haven't seen it since it's been done, so this is my first time too. Yeah. Oh my God, what is that color?
On the silver?
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't it a neat silver? It's kind of a iridescent. silver, where it changes colors as you move around. And
yeah, totally. It's got some gold on it there.
Yeah, the gold, and it reflects blue, and maybe a little bit of red sometimes. So mainly
color.
Gold and blue it reflects.
All right, can we open this up a little bit?
Yeah,
I want to kind of see what this is made of.
Where do you want to start at?
You tell me. In your car, man. Show me what's up.
All right.
Oh, Lord, look at this door.
And we call this the Dan Gurney bubble.
Oh, so yeah, they have it there for taller people, right?
Yeah, they did. Dan Gurney was 6'4" tall. So, and with his helmet on, he couldn't fit in the car. So he invented. Dan Gurney actually invented this bubble here.
That's so crazy. They cut a hole in there and they did put a little.
So it gives it.
So that's been an iconic thing for the car, right?
Absolutely. You need that room for the helmet.
So what exactly is this? I mean, it's not a 1966 GT40, but it's not a kit car. What is it?
It is a 1966 Ford GT40. It is. Yes, it was built as exactly mock-up as they did in 1966. 2/3 of this car will be interchangeable with the all-original GT40. And so how you know this is a fully licensed GT40 with Sapphire.
Okay.
And when we raise this back clamshell here, you'll see the little VIN plate back here. It tells you the VIN number of it, which is P2445. So it's a continuation VIN numbers from when they were originally built back in the 60s.
Oh, for real?
And then when they got the license going again, then they started right back up, right off on the same numbers.
So like this is kind of like a race car. It's a race car, right?
It is a race car.
Wow.
It is literally a race car. I mean, it is a driver. There's no power steering. I mean, it does have power brakes that it did, but overall, you basically have to manhandle this thing around on the street.
What's these two gas caps?
Yes, there is a tank on both sides. Right underneath here where it says GT40, there's a tank on both sides of the car. And if I lift this carpet right here, there's a gas tank that runs here and on that side too. They're both 11.5 gallons on each side, and they do connect together.
Oh wait, hang on a second. What is this?
Now, it's holding the spinner so it doesn't come loose and then the tire comes off. So it's just stopping it from coming down. Basically, this just spins off and then the whole wheel just comes off.
Oh, like an F1 car.
They need it to come off. When they come in to change tires, they need that to come off really fast and go out, and then they hammer it on and they're out.
And that's the way this car is built
as well. That's all
as
that's doing. He's just hopping
and that's
it from
all original race.
Yep, that's how they
stuff.
did back then.
Whoa, that's insane.
So it's basically a true race car.
That's crazy. All right, open this thing up.
Let's
take a look. What do you got in here? Oh, all right. What the heck's down here?
So you basically got here's your radiator here in the front.
Yep.
Your fans. Here's your plumbing coming from the radiator. It goes all through the back to the engine. It goes all down the whole center of the car to the back. See these holes right here?
Yeah.
These are fresh air ducts that go to these pipes right here. So as air comes through here, it comes to this duct right here, and then it goes to the back side of the brakes. It keeps the brakes cooler. When you're going 200 miles an hour and you got to slam on the brakes all the time, they're going to get red hot.
Yeah, super cool, man.
Right. Well, super cool. Now you're going to see the engine, which is really super cool.
Yeah, let's go get it for sure.
So you basically just take the clip off here first, and then
there we go.
If you want to grab this part right here, and just lift up real slow until it catches.
Oh my God, what the hell, man? This is too much. Well, just kind of give me an overview real quick.
Man. All right, so what you're looking at a 351 Windsor that's been stroked out to a 427. It's putting out 570 horsepower, which is a lot for a very light car.
Yeah, how much car weight?
2,400 pounds.
2,400. Wow, that's insane. With that
we
kind
will
of
start
horsepower.
with these are Weber. These are true Weber carburetors.
Okay.
As you can see, as the fuel line runs all the way around to the other fourth one. So it starts over there, comes around. Then you got they call them actually the bundle of snakes, which is their calling card.
Bundle of
snakes, which is the most beautiful headers I've ever
that's
seen.
Awesome. Yeah.
There's your oil cooler and your transmission cooler. When they had their shop, it was on the airport, and every once in a while the mechanics would run down to the guys that worked on airplanes, and they say, "Hey, we're having a cooling problem. What do you suggest?" They said, "You should use these." So they said, "Yeah, use those." So and they did, and that's what these come from an airplane. So a lot of this stuff was taken from aeronautic.
Yeah, that is too
So
much,
here's your rear brakes. See this tube right here?
Yeah.
Fresh air is coming through this port right here, and then the port that's on the top.
Okay.
Here.
Yep. Gotcha.
So that all comes to this, and then it just rushes down through here. And
so both places feed this one thing, and then goes in there.
There's 2 places that feed air to there that keeps your back braked. And then once you close the rear clamshell down, it folds down into there, and then that air just forces right to the back of the brakes.
So both of those vents feed that boom, right
Keeps
in.
it cool.
Love it. You know, I'd sure like a ride in this bad boy one day.
Well, I think we better do it today.
Today?
Right? Yeah.
Oh, well, sure, now that you mention it, let's ride this thing
Let's
today.
Do it today.
Come on, y'all, let's take a run.
Let's go.
next challenge is trying to get up in this thing. At least I don't have a steering wheel to take out. All right. Okay, Daryl, here I go. I'm just going to climb down in here, huh?
Yes, sir.
All right. I took all sharp objects out of my pockets.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Oh, my God. It's so...
Feel like you're laying on the ground, don't you?
Thing. Yes.
It is low.
This is so crazy. And you said this is a fuel tank. Huh?
Yeah, the fuel tank's right there. Ready?
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much ready to roll. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Here we go.
Now, this is only the second time you've driven this thing?
Second time, yeah.
Oh my God.
Still gonna get used to the gosh darn clutch.
It's a tough clutch, huh? Goodness. Yeah, that motor's right there.
You can just tell how much go this thing's got. I'm just barely touching it.
Yeah. Listen to that engine. Wow, yeah, that thing wants to go, doesn't it?
So you know why they call it a GT40, don't you?
No.
It's actually, they had to be under 40 inches high to be on the racetrack in the Sebring.
Oh, for real?
It's actually 40 inches high to the roof.
Oh, very cool. Wow. I did not know that.
That is super low, isn't it?
Information, yep.
Yeah.
Dang. I don't know if you guys can hear us in here or not. It's pretty loud with this motor.
Yeah, it's quiet, but when you get going, it gets loud real quick.
Yeah.
It feels like a race car too, don't it?
It totally does.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that little bit of shimmy to it, little bounce on it. Like the suspension's not like a.
Yeah, it doesn't ride like a Cadillac, that's for sure. No.
Right?
It doesn't ride like Mercedes either.
Nope, but you damn sure know you're in something fast.
All that popping here in the back is just backfiring.
Yep.
As soon as I let off the gas, it'll backfire.
Yep.
That's the headers doing that.
Love that. The bundle of snakes?
Yeah. Takes a little bit of getting used to.
Yeah.
Totally different from any other car I've had.
Right. Yeah, definitely a fun car. You don't want to drive it to New York, but...
No, this is not a cross-country car, that's for sure.
Yeah. We're getting some traffic up around. That's going to happen all the time, isn't it?
Yeah, oh yeah, all the time.
Yeah, people are going to lose their minds over this thing. That clutch is tight too, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll work out. Your left calf is going to be this big.
It will be. Yeah.
That's that no power steering, huh?
No power steering.
Wow.
Man. Yeah, it's fun.
So when you're going slow, it takes a lot. What, CJ, we have a little problem there? You could ride along with Rick's bike, but you couldn't keep up with the GT40, huh?
I needed it to go a little bit slower so I could rotate it, and then he could have punched it up to 125. I'd have kept up, but I needed to get that swoop.
And we're in the car saying, we got to go faster, man. This car doesn't like to go slow. Ridiculous. Oh my God, Daryl, that thing is a pure race car, man.
Well,
Thank you so much for taking me on that ride,
right?
man. That is amazing, man. Unbelievable. Amazing, amazing. That's a straight race car. If you guys ever get a chance to ride in a GT40, you gotta take it, man. That car is a straight adrenaline shot. I'm gonna ask Christy if I could get one for Christmas.
You should.
Thank you guys for watching the Media One Wrap This YouTube channel. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We'll see you guys soon.